Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at some REEF news and then jump into some price analysis and have a look at some potential areas that you could invest and some targets going forward. First up, please make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and let's crack on. So let's get started and just run over some news. So Alameda Research invests $20 million into REEF Finance. REEF Finance is pleased to announce that Alameda Research has made an investment of $20 million by purchasing REEF tokens. That is one good point to know. They are actually buying the tokens themselves rather than offering funds in a different manner. So they are buying the tokens, and that has impacted on the price, which we'll have a look at very shortly. To that end, Alameda Research has become a significant stakeholder in the REEF ecosystem. And then Denko, as a word saying, as our company expands into the next stage of growth, I'm delighted to welcome on board Alameda Research to the REEF Finance budding ecosystem. We do know that it is a budding ecosystem. We've got some great partnerships already with other cryptocurrency projects. If you've been watching them on Twitter or even in my Telegram group, ignore the FUD, then there is a new partnership pretty much every week, and if not multiple partnerships each week. So let's have a run over some of the statistics of the token, and then we'll jump over to TradingView and do some price analysis. So REEF, which is ticker REEF, currently has a token price, yes we have an ERC20, of 46 cents. The circular display is correct now. There was a few issues at the beginning because we do know that there is partial BSC and partial ERC20. So if you look at that, the market cap is probably right at $500 million, and we are 30% up on today's trading. That will more than likely be the impact of that $20 million investment. Maximum supply is 20 billion. If you're looking to get hold of REEF and you are not already, Binance is your best place. I'm not too sure what's going on with confidence here because Binance is a high confidence exchange. Maybe that that lawsuit in America that's coming out has maybe dropped it down a bit, but I wouldn't worry about that. So yeah, Binance is the best place. If you do not hold any REEF already and you want to get hold of some, then you will find the link for Binance in the pinned comment and the description. But we are on other exchanges too. We're on Poloniex, Uniswap, Gate.io, PancakeSwap, all the usual ones where you can get ERC20 tokens. And one final point here is the all-time highs. That was pretty much 5.4 cents. We are 14% down from those highs now, which I do think we will start to pretty much target very, very soon. So that is some of the key stats. What we'll do now is jump over to TradingView and do some price analysis. So this is REEF Finance versus Tether. This is the daily time frame on Binance. First of all, ignore that wick there. If you ever see a new listing on Binance, there's always one random wick to the upside, and yeah, that's just that didn't happen. So yeah, this was the pretty much start there. We did create some new highs, which we'll mark up here. Slightly higher on this Binance chart is showing it was 5.6 cents. So that will give us somewhere to target, which I do think will happen very soon. We'll mark it up as all-time highs. So with them highs, we retraced. We did around a 61% retracement on the Fibonacci levels, and we have got a bullish engulfing candle today. If you look at a MACD on the daily time frame, we was tinkering in and around of bullish just now, but we have done a bullish upside tick to the histogram. If we just zoom right in, you can see this hopefully will carry on. We have had a bullish cross on the EMAs too, so things are starting to look good. The RSI is still mid-ground. We are not overbought yet, and if you look at the EMAs, we are still bullish there. So there's not too much data we can analyze this. So like I say, we've only got data back to pretty much the beginning of January, so pretty much 2.5 months of data, which is not a ton of data. So what I want to do first is have a look at some potential areas that you could invest. For this, we'll use a 4-hour time frame. So we popped up here to 4.3 cents. We retraced again down to 3.3 cents. So that's quite a nice area if you manage to buy some. But this is the new move that we're going to analyze. So we'll put the Fibonacci on. So this was a bottom of move, this wick here. all the way up to the top. We have been up to 4.9 cent. We've pretty much got close to that 5 cent barrier and then rejected, but we are pushing up now. What I tend to look for is a 38% retracement, and we have already done that there. If you look at that wick there, we dropped right into the 31% retracement level and popped back up. So chances are that might have been the buy order, but if the market does allow and we get a little bit of selling pressure, then you could potentially buy at the 618 level, which is 0.0398 cent. That could be a nice level for you to buy. If they don't fail though, and we're looking more towards bullishness and the continuation of a trend on the 4-hour time frame, first target is a negative Fibonacci level at 0.53 cent. I think 5 cent will be a big level to get through. I mean, it's just around there. I think that will be a big level to get through. It's quite a psychological barrier. It's a nice round number, but I do think we'll break through there very soon. This project is still young. It's still in the early days, so do not be asking yourself a question, should I buy now, have I missed a boat, because you are still early, in my opinion. So that is a couple of targets to aim for. 5 cent is the first one. Then once we do break above all-time highs, we can start looking at targeting some nice round numbers, because once we break above here, we are into price discovery. My first major target for REEF is 10 cent. What I will do when we break above 10 cent, I will do some further price analysis. You might think, fucking hell, Andy, that's a long way off, but what are we, 117% off there? You might think that's a hell of a lot, but like I say, it's a new project. We're only valued at $500 million. We've got some massive partnerships incoming and massive partnerships already in place. So I do think that will happen over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks. I can see us pushing up to this 10 cent barrier. And once we do get up there, give me a tinkle in my Telegram group and I will jump into some further price analysis. So that is a couple of buy zones there. First target to break through is all-time highs. And then my first major target is 10 cent. And from there we'll jump into some further price analysis. If you just look at the MACD on the 4-hour, that is bullish, so I'm looking for a continuation of that trend. The RSI is touching on the overbought red line, but when we start going into price discovery, you want it to be in the red and stay above the red and just continue people buying it up and eventually turning into new all-time highs. What we'll also do is just take a quick look at the BTC pairing. Have I got this on my chart somewhere? Down here, yeah. So I'll just get rid of that previous TA. All-time high is up at 122 Satoshis. Yeah, ignore that first wick. That's the Binance listing wick. So this is a 4-hour time frame again. Let's analyze this move here. Same setup as we did with the USDT pair. So we have done a 38% retracement, sorry there. So I mean, we've popped back up, but if BTC goes on a little bit of a run, what's BTC at a minute? BT's at 57k. If that goes up to 59, 60k, inevitably Satoshi pairs are going to feel the pain, and you might even feel some orders down at a 618 level, which is 71 Satoshis. Honestly, if you can fit anything, I think any buy under 100 sats is a steal of a buy. So if you're wanting to buy some and you're thinking, right, is it going to come down or is it not? Just buy in. I think we are still massively undervalued considering what this project has planned. So there are your buy zones there. Anything under 100 sats, but if you're looking to place some buy orders, and we've got 77 and 71 sats, and even 74 sats at the 50% retracement level. First major target to break through, 122 Satoshis. And then my first target here of 200 sats. Whatever comes first, if we break 200 sats or we break 10 cent, whichever comes first, I will jump into some further price analysis on REEF Finance. So that is both pairs covered on a BTC and a USDT pairing. Some buy zones and some sell zones there, and targets going forward. So that will do it for today's video. If you do have any questions with regards to REEF Finance or anything crypto related, then jump into my Telegram group, which is the Crypto Troops. You'll find that link in the pinned comment and the description. Please make sure, if you are not already, that you are subscribed to my channel. Start smashing that like button, and I'll catch you next time.